Golf Central on YouTube. Brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hi there, I'm Todd Lewis, proud to be sitting beside a five-time winner on the PGA Tour, and that is Jim Gallagher Jr. And we are here at Mountain Ridge Country Club. Beautiful setting, and Donald Ross layout in this gorgeous clubhouse you see behind us. This is the Cognizant Founders Cup on the LPGA Tour. It's happening here this week. First time ever that this event is being played at Mountain Ridge. Interesting happenings today. All right, we had a 2-hour and 15-minute fog delay this morning. You combine that with the 90-minute fog delay we had on Thursday, and the second round is far from over. Close to half the field still needing to finish the second round, including Jin Young Ko. She shot an impressive 63 on Thursday. Not quite as strong in the second round. She's 2 under in her round, but still has a 3-shot lead over several players, including So-Yeon Yu, Lindsay Weaver, Karina Delacour, and there you see at the bottom Nelly Korda and Lexi Thompson. Korda, of course, #1 in the world. Thompson 5 under in her second round. But Korda will hang on to the #1 spot in the Rolex World Ranking. Jin Young Ko, #2 in the world. She is putting some pressure on her. Here's what Korda had to say after play was suspended today due to darkness.
Nelly, a little bit of a difficult start to the day, but able to turn things around with a few birdies to make the turn an even par, and then capping it off with a birdie to end the day here. What was the key to turning things around?
I just told myself there's so much golf left. I was hitting it really good and just wasn't converting any putts, so just told myself to kind of keep at it. Got a little frustrated definitely on the front 9, but made some coming in, and then this one to cap the night, which was nice.
2 fog delays here to start the week, so a lot of time in between rounds, and you're still not done. How does this crazy schedule impact you and your routine?
Yeah, it's definitely hard mentally. You got to kind of stay in it. Tomorrow's going to be hopefully a long day, so you just kind of have to stay positive, fresh. I think everyone's going to be tired, so that's it.
You talked earlier this week about the shoulder injury you had dealt with. I saw you stretching your arms and your back a lot on your second to last hole. How are you feeling physically?
I'm good. It's just when you're kind of waiting out here and walking, sometimes I like to stretch. So I'm usually pretty fast, so I have time, so I just stretch, but nothing's bothering me, so I'm good.
Quick turnaround. What will you do tonight?
Get something in my stomach, go to sleep, and it's going to be a bright and early one tomorrow. Hopefully no fog, though.
Thanks for time. Get some rest.
Thank you. Bye.
And Nelly Korda with our Amy Rogers, like she was talking about. They got to be out early in the morning, finish round #2. They establish a cut, top 70 in ties, and then play the third round. You heard from Nelly Korda. She is chasing #2 in the world, Jin Young Ko. What did you think about her attitude?
I think it's good. It's hard to get out of their rhythm because we're creatures of habit. As players, you've got kind of a certain routine and everything, and you know tomorrow is going to be the long day. But both players got off to kind of slow starts. It shows you how great a round yesterday's round for Jin Young Ko was yesterday shooting that. Because today, so far, 5 under is the low round. But I think there were a few tougher pins maybe today. The 7th hole was 138 yards, and it played second hardest so far, so a little short hole like that. So where they put these flags, maybe as we go on in the weekend, we're going to see some tougher pins. I think it's going to firm up a little bit. Scores won't probably be near as good, but that round she shot, that 63, is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and should have softer conditions in the morning.
Yeah.
And you mentioned 5 under. That's the low round so far. Lexi Thompson is 5 under through her round. She still's got some holes to play, so she could actually have the low round in the second round here at Mountain Ridge. PGA Tour in Las Vegas. It is the Shriners Children's Open. Sam Burns won in Mississippi last week. The Sanderson Farms Championship opened with a 66 on Thursday. Look what he did in round 2. How about a blazing 63? And he is definitely in contention to win in back-to-back weeks on the PGA Tour. Our Henny Koya caught up with Burns after he signed his card.
Sam Burns here with me in an incredible 63. How were the conditions different this morning from yesterday?
Yeah, I think yesterday afternoon we got a little bit of wind. This morning called for a wind, but mostly we just got rain. It really didn't stop raining until maybe our third to last hole. So that was a little obviously different. But yeah, the golf course is great. The greens were all nice today, and hopefully continue to firm up.
I've got to ask, did watching the Ryder Cup a few weeks ago inspire anything for you over the last couple of weeks? Obviously, you had your win in there.
Yeah, I think watching those guys win, and guys that I play a lot with out here and friends with, it was really cool for me to see those guys play well. Obviously, great for the U.S. to get a win, and definitely inspired me to try to be on the next team. It's definitely a goal of mine for sure.
Yeah, it inspired you, obviously, as I said, to a victory and now a 63. How much of that victory do you think contributed to this week's play for you?
I think my game is trending in the right direction. There were some things last week that I wanted to work on for this week, and we did that early this week, and just trying to continue to improve in certain areas, and always just trying to get better, find ways to improve, and so just continue to do that.
15 birdies in 2 rounds for Sam Burns in Las Vegas. Did have a double bogey in round number 1, but how impressive is he, especially coming off a victory last week, which for a lot of players can take a lot from you mentally, right, emotionally, and physically.
How about 41 birdies in 6 rounds? How about 35 under? It's getting it done, isn't it? Now, I mean, for Sam Burns, he's one of these guys that really, when he gets on a roll, can go. When he won Valspar, he took a week or so off. The next tournament he plays in, he finishes second in Dallas. So you look at this. How about that average? 65.83. I know that's just 6 rounds, but think back 68, 69 when he finished Tour Championship. So coming off of that, and then the new season coming in, he's played some phenomenal golf. I was with him last week, Friday and Sunday. I haven't seen anybody drive the ball as long and straight as he did from 12 to 18, and dominating the performance coming in there. And when we talked about Ryder Cup and not being maybe on the team, I remember back when he was in college, he didn't get on the Walker Cup team, and he should have. He was the best player in college, did not get chosen. And it kind of inspired him. He was hit pretty hard with that. I texted him back and forth and just said, hey, just make this to motivate yourself and get going, and look what he's done. I mean, he's becoming one of the best players on the PGA Tour. And when he gets on those rolls, you better watch out, because he plays with so much confidence. Not only does he drive the ball long and straight, he's a very good putter.
Yeah, good athlete. And
great athlete.
As you mentioned, that confidence has been heightened a bit after his victory in Mississippi last week. Could have another one in Las Vegas. European Tour in Madrid for the Spanish Open. Will Besseling of the Netherlands, he is in the lead at 13 under after 2 rounds, outside the top 200 in the official world golf ranking, outside the top 100 in the Race to Dubai standings. But look who is right behind him. That is Jon Rahm, #1 in the world, looking to win this tournament for the 3rd consecutive time. Rahm shooting a 67. Here's what he had to say after his round.
There seems to be a few frustrations coming home. How do you deal with that, especially with all the fans here obviously wanting you to win?
The frustration is, it is wonderful how many fans we have out here, and it's great that they're so passionate about it. I just wish they'll remember to put the phone on silence. That's it. I mean, for 2 days, every single shot, there's about 4 or 5 cameras going off, and it gets to a point where you can't stop every single time and tell them, because we will lose too much time, and we're already a couple holes behind because we're one of the groups with a big crowd. So that's the only thing. I mean, they're all so golf hungry, and it's great. I love playing in front of them. It's just sometimes if I have a par putt and this camera's going off, I wouldn't like to lose focus because of something like that. But for the most part, they're great, obviously. It is great that you can tell a lot of people here are not golfers. And I don't know how often that happens in the world of golf, that people venture out to come and watch, right? So it's quite fun.
Robb playing in his home country of Spain. You can see the European Tour, the PGA Tour, and the LPGA Tour all on Golf Channel. For Jim Gallagher Jr., I'm Todd Lewis. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.